Many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and income cannot keep up with inflation right now. Do you have any plans to stop this issue?
Yes, thank you. Remind me how old you are again?
17.
Smart question, 17-year-old. Brought him on the index card. What's your name again, sir?
Nathan.
Nathan again. Yeah, we spoke at one of our earlier events. Gives me hope for the country. Right? You know, you can vote at 17 in the Congress. As long as you turn 18 before November. For the Republican side. I'll tell you this is, forget the Bidenomics, forget all the mumbo jumbo. Let's just get to the bottom of what's going on in our economy. Prices are going up. Interest rates, mortgage rates to buy a car, a home, etc. are going up. Wages have remained flat. That's the economy right now in a nutshell. How do we fix this? For me, this is second nature. As a CEO or otherwise, this is second nature for me. Increase the supply of everything that matters. Increase the supply of energy. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear energy. Rescind the unconstitutional regulations from the EPA on down. Unlock American energy production. Increases the supply, brings costs down. That helps inflation, helps address inflation. It helps grow this economy. Housing restrictions. Housing is unaffordable for many young people, especially for a lot of people, because we have constricted the supply of housing. Answer, get rid of the regulatory land use restrictions. That increases the production of new homes, brings down the cost, grows this economy. Top concern for small business, finding labor to fill the open positions. Increase the supply of labor. How? Stop paying people more money to stay at home instead of to go to work. That's how we grow this economy. Basic common sense. So it's going to take the CEO in the White House to get this job done. And I'll tell you, we're not in this for pleasure, but our faith is actually what brings us to this journey. And for those of you who are not aware of it or whatever wondered about it, we're Hindu. Slightly different than the traditional Christian faith background of people who run for U.S. president. So I was educated in Christian schools, and I can tell you we share the same values in common. Our faith teaches us there is one true God. He puts us here for a purpose. It's our moral duty to realize that purpose. That God works through us in different ways. But we're still equal because God resides in each of us. I had a very traditional upbringing growing up. Parents taught us family is the foundation. It's part of growing the economy too. 25% of kids are born into fatherless homes today. We're paying for that. Our taxpayer money is going to fund that. So bringing back these values. Family is the foundation. Marriage is sacred. Divorce isn't some option. You just pick off a menu when things go a little wrong. Adultery is wrong. Abstinence before marriage is the way to go. That's what my parents instilled in us, at least. The good things in life involve a sacrifice. It's not just about this life. It's about the eternal life. I get to St. Xavier High School at the age of 14, in 9th grade. We read the Ten Commandments for the first time. What do they say? There's one true God. Don't take his name in vain. Observe the Sabbath. Honor your parents. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill, don't commit adultery, don't covet. For me, it didn't feel like I was reading those values for the first time, but they feel foreign in today's country today. And I think part of how we revive this country isn't just through the policies. And these have been great questions about the policies. But it's also by reviving our national character. The shared values that this country was founded on. So are we going to make that part of our job to bring back those shared values? And yes, there are Judeo-Christian values that the country was founded on. You're darn right we will. That's a core responsibility of the next president too, not just the policies we've talked about today. Making faith and family and patriotism and hard work cool again in this country. I consider that part of my responsibility too, and that too gives us the self-confidence to address our economic or our foreign policy challenges. Swearing an oath to the Constitution and keeping it, to make sure every American enjoys their First Amendment rights, to speak freely and to worship freely, religious liberty without the government getting in the way. That too is part of what we need to revive to restore our national character. And when we leave office in January 2033 after 2 terms, if you all put us there, The thing I want to tell you is, more than anything else, shutting down the deep state, growing this economy, keeping us out of World War III, declaring independence from China, securing our border, all the things that go on that platform. We'll deliver that, but even more important than that is something that doesn't go on that platform, but that goes to the heart of who we are. We have revived our national character. We've answered once again what it means to be an American. That our two sons and their generation, that they are once again proud to be citizens of this nation. And if we can do that, then I don't think we have to anymore be this nation in decline. I don't think we have to be at the end of ancient Rome. I think if George Washington were in here right now, what he would tell us at this meeting right here, he would say that as a nation right now, we're really a little young, actually. Going through our version of our adolescence. Figuring out who we're going to be when we grow up. That you have another 250 years still left and then some in you. But just like we did in 1776, you're going to have to step up and seize it for yourself. If we're going to be saved, it's not going to be from some political messiah coming from the White House down to save us. If we're going to be saved, it's going to be because we save ourselves. Every one of us does our part. And that's what we're asking you to do today. In about 10 days, every one of your voices and votes at that Iowa caucus, it counts as the equivalent of 1 million people. We're asking you to do the right thing for our country. Take 30 minutes of your time to save this country. I'm asking you to take a little bit of your time to take other people in this community. Tell them what we talked about here too. Bring them on that day. And if you all do your part, I promise you that Apurva and I, we will do ours to make sure that our country's best days are still ahead of us. To make sure that we will look our kids in the eye and mean it when we tell them that you get ahead in this country with your own hard work, your own commitment, your own dedication. And that you know what? You are free to speak your minds at every step of the way. That is the American dream. That is what we are running for. And if you're helping, we will revive it and save this great country. Thank you, guys. God bless you. And the family, and the United States of America.